Hello everyone, my name is Notepad and I write games for fun. So what are we doing today? Today we're going to be continuing our writing on Slaves to Chaos, a game about playing all the nasty, naughty monster people out there as we struggle against the overcoming odds of order and all that jazz. So, what are we doing today though with this monstrosity? Well, first things first, I want to tell everyone that yes, I have been working on things in between. I did end up writing this section. Originally, this was going to be split into two, but I decided to make it one. I also added images everywhere because I thought that would be appropriate. And, yeah, that's Gucci. Yeah, also, if I sound weird or different, please tell me. The main reason why is that I had to move my entire setup, to move my desk and everything, because there was supposedly supposed to be a maintenance guy coming today to fix a hole in my wall that is underneath my desk, so I had to move all my desk stuff. And it's not today; it was tomorrow. Do I feel kind of like an idiot? Yes, I do. So let's take a look at what I have actually been doing. So you may be saying, "Oh, wow, no bad. This looks the exact same as last time." Well, that's where things get a little bit more complicated. Because if we take this and we go to our sheet, we see sheet 3. Now, sheet 3, now 1 was our how gen world, sheet 2 is our various zones and extra resources. Sheet 3 is, well, yeah, there's a lot. This is, I had to, before I could move on to doing something akin to showing off, like, hey, this is how, like, what the races of order look like, or hey, this is what the races of chaos look like. I had to do society, and I didn't realize that. I'm like, I can do this really fast. I couldn't do it really fast. That was not a thing that occurred. I could not do that fast. So, I had to do the Notepad must die scenario, which is me writing everything out by hand. That's why this stream is called Sorry Only Charts. Because sorry, it's only charts. But let's take a look on what we've actually... I was wondering, what the hell is that noise? It is a person in my parking lot backing up very loudly. So, go away. Okay, I'm done. Go. You can't see it, but I have a giant thing there from my headset. So let's zoom into 150%. So what actually is this? This is... no, I kind of screwed that up. My initial thing is I screwed that. I might do that at the end of the stream. Though, the reason why is, again, I had to change all my setup, so all my settings in OBS were screwed up. So I might do that at the very end of the stream, and then clip it. And when I clip it, I will make it so that it looks like it's the start of the stream. Don't worry, everybody. I am big think time. Also, for those interested, for the sake of prosperity, a company, let me see, Nijisanji is a VTuber agency who is hosting auditions. So I said, screw it, let's become anime kids. So my dream is to become anime, and I'm going to submit a small clip from this stream, actually, as my audition, when I get to introduce myself and pretend to be someone else, which I've quickly come to realize VTubers are very odd. And it's like, oh, I'm a regular high school girl, Lamau, and then you get like, I'm the demon king of reality, but I also am a VTuber. Just like, what? It's like fucking wrestling personas. Actually, my god, that's all it is. It's literally wrestling personas. It's the Undertaker. You joke? Batata. But there is actually a game like that. It's a Japanese RPG that is effectively that, which is the VTuber simulator. Except you're not VTubers. This is why I'm immensely fascinated in JRPGs. I fucking love JRPGs. Tabletop RPGs anyway, because you get some weird stuff. But that one, it's called RYUtubers. In RYUtubers, you play as shrine maidens who become VTubers so you can convince people to donate further to get them to support your prayers into your shrine. I'm not fucking with you either. Like, this is a legitimate game. I saw it. I'm like, this isn't real. I'm like, it's totally fucking real. It's like the idol management simulator. Like that. Mwah, mwah. Again, not the only reason that I'd be so into this at this point, just so I could try to convince the Japanese branch to send me all these weird Japanese RPGs. That's what it would be. It would just be that me making big bucks. Even though this company, fun fact, makes a shit ton of money. But, so, I broke down basic societies into about 5 different categories. You have your lifestyle, your mysticism, your authority, scroll down a little bit, how you fight, and as well as your diplomatic alignment. And all of these have a cost. And I originally made these. Originally, I was thinking about having society be out of 100, but I might make it 50 now, just because there's a lot to kind of maneuver around here. And these aren't everything either. These are just the basics. This is the template from which everything is going to be derived from, which is things going to get complicated really fast because there's going to be lifestyle edits, there's going to be mysticism edits, there's going to be authority edits, and I do get a little bit wacky in some of the authority. Let's see. Oh yeah, we have all the elder races that you can't take because you're not an elder race. All the various warfare options, as well as the unique warfare options. Originally, this entire one was supposed to be called Tankies, but I learned that Tankies is a reference to communists. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's kind of weird, but I'm down. But, like, the racial traits of, like, D10 or higher body, or the Berserker racial trait, you can become tankers. Which your entire strategy is charge at the enemy and beat them to death, and pray. You also have all your various diplomatic alignments. Each of these do something slightly different, including... We can't forget the fun and exciting racial purists start, which allow you to cleanse a region held by any other race to gain a one-time bonus of 10 culture. And I'll let you decide what the hell the cleanse action does. Fun fact: it's not pleasant. But a lot of their diplomatic alignments kind of change and edit as things go on. Yeah, so to give you all the idea of what still needs to be done, just to fully get the impression of the nightmares in my mind. So let's go down here. So what we need to do is we need to do racial design. We need racial creation. We have to do all the rest of society creation. So actually, here is going to be all attributes. Etc. Society creation's effectively done. I just need to get a bunch of traits and stuff to add on top of it. And then we have to do champion creation. Alright, simple enough. However, once we get past all the champion actions, which is like combat, the mass combat system, which I'm going to be very simple with. I'm effectively going to rip off Civ 6. Then we get to cultural combat, which things start getting really quirky. Mostly because I have to write out a tech tree. Now, you might hear the term tech tree and be a little bit worried. and you should be, because I'm going to have to write out an entire thing for advancing effectively. How do you advance? How do you do this? How do you do that? And getting all the numbers in order, which is going to be a pain in the ass, but I know how to do it. I know how, I should say, I know how to do it. I think that's kind of the chief thing. And by that, I mean, it's going to be a lot of very simple. It's going to be a simple tech tree. It's not going to be like this heavily advanced, like things feed into different things. No, that's not the point. If you catch my drift. What it is, the point is that it's going to be saying like, oh, I'm going to advance to tier 2 in my government, and that means you're allowed to select a tier 2 government. Oh, I'm going to advance for tier 3 in a government. You can select tier 3 government. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and a bunch of little things to advance rather than one big thing to kind of worry about. So hopefully that works as I can see it in my noggin. Get my noggin jogging. But yeah, so for reference's sake, word count, I'm up to 5,696 words. So 5,700 words. Caps was about 7,000 words. We're going to be over caps. This is going to be probably one of the largest projects I've done. Also made myself some tea grog today with Canadian whiskey and some good old-fashioned maple tea. Actually works a lot better than the English breakfast I was using before. So, what are we doing today exactly? Well, today we're going to be... Actually, I don't quite know how I want to word this, because this is effectively done. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to not create a Google Sheet. I'm going to create a Google document. And I am going to, I don't quite know how I want to slot this in and make it the way I want to. So what I'm going to do instead, if it loads, come on, baby. All right. So what I'm going to do instead is we're going to write society creation document. What I'm going to probably do is put that there. And let's get going. So, a civilization at its core is a society built upon the foundations of the founding races' core ideals, concepts of governance. The civilization also serves as for the champion. Also serves as a vehicle of progress for the champions as they advance through the ages and gradually morph from a band of savages to a well-oiled machine of progress. Society, actually, what I should say is civilization. Creating a civilization. Civilization is built on 5 key pillars: lifestyle, and also do not quote anything here. Mysticism, actually, what I can do. Nah. Lifestyle, mysticism, authority, warfare, and diplomacy. I could probably get a better word for warfare in there, but it's pretty much your doctrine of conflict, how you choose to address fighting. Because, for example, mobile people get like a pretty strong light cavalry, but their entire idea is that you're moving fast and just striking hard. Light cavalry is light cavalry isn't supposed to be terribly strong, but they're just mobile. But if you go for a defensive doctrine, you get combat strength when defending a location, and you get a discount to your heavy infantry. So it's the back and forth when it comes to your strategy of how you choose to do things, and warfare is the only really word that comes to mind outside of just commanding officer. So we want to civilization. I'll stay right here. 5 key pillars. At the start of a campaign of slaves to chaos, the players have 50 civilization points to distribute among their ideal society. Put you right there. First one is lifestyle. Lifestyle of core of their existence. How they eat, drink, how they eat, drink, party, and live their lives day to day. The basic lifestyle. Lifestyle. What does it give? Lifestyle affects how large a population center. We're going to put insert footnote. The size of how many population units? How much population can't fit inside of a single region? That's how large a population center can be, as well as give various effects. Lifestyle is the primary thing that changes when a civilization fractures. So, we have our basic lifestyles. Can I make this smaller? Hell yes, I can. Population. Oh, God, settlement. Yeah. Let's see. In small tribal settlements, people advanced, but they are happy. Settlements grow large. Settlements can grow large, but people always feel constrained. Moving quickly to other regions when it gets packed. Can I put a space there? Yes, I can. That's what I like to see. Let's see. Okay, so this is where things get a little bit complicated, is the unique ones. Actually, what I'm going to do... do that. Immediately cancel it out. Because if you do this, it actually maintains the size, which, fun fact, is going to be very essential for this. So, welcome to the unique lifestyles, where things get a little bit more complicated. You may be wondering, Notepad, what do you mean by more complicated? Well, you get the locusts. So, these ones are supposed to be kind of a gradual improvement over time. The Horde is a glorified army on wheels, but you don't get any yields at all, that's kind of your biggest issue. You're moving from point A to point B, but you're not really established at all. But you get you're getting stronger. That's the advantage, is that you're allowed to live a little bit longer. Nomads, on the other hand, go from place to place, but you can immediately just redistribute them however you feel like, because they're nomadic. They're moving from region to region at the drop of a hat, which does mean if you're getting threatened by something, pull out. Just leave the region entirely and focus everything else on a different one. You can do that. That's the advantage of being a nomad. A tribal is the first time you're really established in an area. Settlements is when your tribe goes from fairly small, little pockets of civilization to actually we have a town, and we have cities at 5, and then finally a city-state, which is just a massive goddamn super entity but you can't really expand anywhere else. It's all entirely in that population center. But you have to move your other population to your enclaves. Alright, that works. Cool. Then we get to the unique lifestyles. The unique lifestyle is when things get a little bit more complicated, because the parasites eat everything. It's you live off others. Parasites live off others. Their cities are considered enclaves and siphon off population times 2 resources harvested by other civilizations in that region. You pretty much are like goblins, and when you see the traditional goblin who lives out in the hills, you're effectively like that. You hide out in other people's regions, defend your own stuff, but you're just stealing whatever they have, which parasites are actually pretty good if you infiltrate order civs, because order civs are going to get a lot of stuff that you can just steal. Integrated, however, that means you are literally part of the land, and the land is a part of you. That's great. The problem is you can't really expand past the region, nor can you establish enclaves, but you also get double all the yields in your region. So that does mean if you really want to, you can get some insane yields incredibly quickly. The problem is you don't expand, and when humanity kicks down your front door with pike shot and fire, it's not going to end well for you. It's going to end exceedingly poorly, in fact, because you're going to get killed. And all your friends are going to die. All my friends are dead, the musical. Locusts are perhaps the oddest of the various unique starts. That being because you are a parasitic nightmare creature that devours everything and then leaves. You can render entire regions barren of anything. You are effectively the cravers, the necrophage. You are in there to destroy, and then once you're done destroying everything, you leave. And then that's your job. And effectively, these are the various other ordered races. And what they do, they don't really get a lot of bonuses except for the elder races, which get a +1 to all resources for every population. And the young races, which get a +1 to all resources after a certain point. And they can also take over elder race territory and half as expensive. As you can see, you cannot select these because you suck. So, let's move on to our next one, which is going to be mysticism. Mysticism is pretty simple. It's your magic. So, mysticism. Heading 2. Mysticism reflects beliefs and religious nature of the civilization. More religious and devoted to their patron, order or chaos the civilization is, the more benefits they grant them. Magic is, so I should say, is the most notable advantage is that magic. Magic allows vast feats of power and strength, able to turn the tide of battle quickly, or influence the world in mysterious ways. Nope. Okay, we want to do that. Put that right there. And paste unlinked. Yikers. Alright, let's do that. Oh, God. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means I have to add a column to the right. Let's do that. Mysticism, magic, max favor. Atheist state. Champions cannot use magic. As you see, they all actually. It also reflects how much favor the civilization, the champion, how much favor can amass as to edit their roles and abilities. And if we do this and we insert row below. Will this work? Yes, it will. I like it when things work. Yeah, I wanted to give players a little bit more option if they wanted to go for like, oh well, our people don't use magic, or our people use exclusively magic, or something like that. If you really want a civilization that's like hardcore, like magic users, go draconian. You get a hell of a lot of favor. You can use magic. Pretty much everyone in your civilization can use magic if they're trained for it. But I would say a majority of like what we'd say like religious things are. Yeah. You end up with a lot of like things like this is what I would consider kind of a baseline if you want to make like the baseline race. You would probably put it religious, though you could probably do things like atheist even. It's an atheist state. And that's it for mysticism. I thought about doing like, oh, let's do some advanced mysticism. I decided against it. I'm like, that's not really appropriate. I am going to be investing a little bit of time when we get to the bonus trades, you could say, and giving mysticism like, oh, hey, this is your school of thought. This is like how you actually treat it. Or like, are you religious entirely? Are you not? So let's do authority. Not heading 1. Notepad, what are you doing? You're not that drunk. Oh, God. Actually, no, we don't want that yet. The power... the individuals in power represent the civilization's authority. Their government and philosophy behind leading. I'm gonna keep clicking. I'm gonna make this go away. Actually, I'm gonna keep clicking on it if I don't. Authority, their government behind leading. Each government has a different tier. Different tier meaning that either the technology must be researched to adopt the government, or it must be purchased right away. Once in age, a civilization may adopt a new authority. Once in age, a civilization may adopt a new authority if they have researched it, taking the benefits of the previous government with them. The previous authority, I should say. Order civilizations start with tier 1 to actually start with tier 2. Tier 2 governments. While all chaos civilizations start at tier 1, if not purchased. Once in age, if they have researched, actually I should say research the next tier, taking benefits from previous authority with them. A civilization may adopt any what am I looking at? Any authority of any tier or less they have researched. Here's our basic, and in case you're wondering, yes, I did steal this directly from Civilization 6, and no, I feel no pity doing it. There is no morals. Now, hello, Manly Salmon, how are you? Today is a nice and quiet day. We are working on Slaves to Chaos. It is a big chunk of sadness that must be worked on. And that's all I can really assess behind it. Yeah, all of these are various government types. And things can get pretty wacky pretty fast if you really want it to. And since I had to steal all of this from Civilization 6, you do get some odd ones. I actually had to do Anarchy by itself because I needed a tier 0 one. Anarchy sucks. That's good. That's what I like to hear. I like when people are doing good. But yeah, no, Anarchy sucks mostly because Anarchy gives you nothing, and you lose half of your shit at the end of the at the end of the age. So it's like, yes, we have no government. What do you mean we have no government? Oh God. Uh, actually, yeah. So you don't really want. Actually, what I should say, this quote bonus is lost upon switching. Wait, nope. Probably the most basic ones. What I should do actually is we will take all of you, Control X, put you right there, and then we're going to put insert row above. Da-da-da-da-da-da. There we go. Delete 7 rows. And that means we can slap an image right there. So we have authority. All our basic other authorities, which I can actually extend this a little smidgen to make authoritarianism work. You know that little thing called authoritarianism, which because I couldn't use the naughty F word called fascism. And then we have all the unique authority. Which what I'm going to do is select everything here. Yeah, also surprise, surprise, there's a lot of authorities out there. A man. Which means we need to select all of you. Can we fit? Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, they're so thick. Oh, wait a second. Cost. We need to put cost there, and then we put requirement. So we move authority over there. No, there's so much. Rule of the Dark Divide. Put tiers to extend the cost out this way a lot further. I'm not going to have enough room. Wait, am I going to have enough room? I just have enough room. Holy Christmas Christ. What I am going to do, I'm going to put that right there. Insert row above. Music. I do not like it when things start doing weird things. He said the bad word, make him go away. Yeah, no, it's Salmon, for those who do not know, a little audition started today. Well, actually, it's ending this morning, which is like 2 a.m. this morning, which is the Nijisanji edition. So I can become a VTuber when I grow up. And I am going to submit a clip from this when I do my little 5-minute introduction at the end. It's going to be like, oh boy, look how, ooh, kawaii Notepad Santa is. I do have to make a note to not say the other naughty word when it comes to VTubering. I think YouTube's dying, fun fact. Which is the T word, which is Taiwan. Because remember, kids, Uh, someone mentioned it in a Discord I'm in. Someone says like, "Oh, hey, look, it's it's a VTuber, auditions." I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? I can do this. Let's submit a clip. I already stream, and I did a little bit of investigating, as I have a bad tendency of doing. This company has got like 25 million USD banking in this, like just money behind them, which is insane compared to like Hololive. Hololive's got like 4 million USD backing them. These guys got a lot more. And I'm like, can I get in on this gravy train? Can I, ride this to, happy point? Because it doesn't look like they actually have that much else besides the Hololive thing. Not the Hololive. I'm gonna keep calling them Hololive. Hololive's the company, but I did like a full thing on where the money came from and what they're doing. It's a fascinating little rabbit hole you can go down with a lot of these things. Find out where the money comes from, because Japanese firms have to divulge what their operating costs are. It's a not I don't think it's a law per se, but I think it's like a fair play for like startups. Like you have to kind of divulge like, oh yeah, our operating cost is, our the money is effectively coming from this. This is how much we have. Please invest in us. Uh, okay, so music is dead. Let me see if I can open up my secondary. Oh, bottom right. That is a cultist from Endless Legend. He looks suitably depressed. So I he's this stream's Buttermer, which fun fact, I actually really love. I adore Endless Legend. I also despise Endless Legend. That game does not like you very much. I like it. It doesn't like me very much. So yeah, no, it's a I can extend them up a little bit. Yeah, welcome to cultists look really weird, and I like just the way they operate. I think they are the first faction I actually played as an Endless Legend was the cultists, because they were super duper fun. Because you have one city, and that's your lot. You just kind of got to work with it. Let's see. Our unique authorities. That means we get to make you go away. Honestly, you want something completely disgustingly broken, warlordism, where you just say fuck everything, and we're becoming Genghis Khan. Okay, so yeah, we can slap an image right there. We may be able to slap an image right there. Don't think we'll be able to fit there. Oh, Shadow Council. Shadow. Oh, Oligarchy Authority. Also, unless like, hey, Notepad, I want a LARP as Skaven. Go Shadow Council. Yes, Salmon, you can build fantasy or communism, chaos or communism. Uh, if you want to do that straight off the bat, so again, let's say we've got 50 points. Actually, what I should do is I should put in warfare one first. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna make that actually to make fantasy or communism a fun. Don't worry, guys. We can make communism work. Also, no, Batata, it doesn't like me very much because it is a... And this is my thing with a lot of the Endless games. I like the Endless series. I really like them even. The problem is they have a very... There we go. It's this very strange thing with a lot of the Endless games where it's just like, oh, well, here's this big, deep story going on. And then it's like, but you're also playing a 4X game where it's just like, you know, oh, we've traveled far across the lands and we've learned of many creatures and many races. We will now have to investigate what the cultist leader wants. And meanwhile, what I have been doing is like, invade enemies, keep killing the enemies. Okay, I've, integrated half the continent at this point. Let's keep getting mad and throwing my bodies at things. Hey, I do have this Batata. I'm like one of like 2% of people who actually completed a game with the lately. They're weird bird people. They're just annoying. Also keep misspelling adjacent. Also, the music you're possibly hearing is from a guy named Matt Churn. Oh, and yeah, Endless. I like Endless Space. I got it. It was on sale. I'm just like, Endless Space 2, screw it. I've been going through one right now. My current playthrough is I'm doing one as the Unfallen. My first time really playing them. I've learned one thing about the Unfallen. The Unfallen do not give a shit about your borders. And you get all your bonuses and stuff no matter what you take over. It's awesome. It's great. Warfare. Actually, we're getting pretty thick in here. That means I'm gonna have to start. Yeah, no, the poor Umbral Choir in my game. The Umbral Choir got screwed over in my game. They're still around, they still annoy me, they saw the massive fleet somehow, but it's like they've been exiled to like one little colony. That and my best friends, I'm at perpetual war with the fat big titty mommy milkers, fish people, because they decided to ally with the Voidyani. And the Voidyani and my other ally hate each other so much they keep trying to just murder one another, and it's just like, I don't really want to kill you. I have no desire. I'm producing so much science. I'm gonna win a science victory. But it's just like, you're making this kind of difficult, guys. Please stop. War is an inevitability. Doctrine. Warfare. Warfare is committed. Planet through all the ages. Among all the various civilizations. In their quest for domination or, quote, peace. Selecting a warfare doctrine. Doctrine provides a discount having the cost of units of combat units after other modifiers have been applied. Cost combat units at, as well as providing an effect for warfare in general. Yeah, the free one in warfare is wave offensive. Guess what wave offensive is all about? I'll give you a hint. It's the Russian method. You just endlessly replace, and your warriors are the bargain basement tier shitty unit you get at the beginning of the game, and you just throw at your enemy. That is the strategy. You know, what's our warfare doctrine, boss? Our doctrine is run at the enemy and pray we don't die immediately. Maneuverability. I would say the light cavalry, light infantry, heavy cavalry. I'd say I wouldn't say broken, but like the one that I am like most worried about that can get abused pretty easily is either defensive, because it applies to everyone, or guerrilla, because guerrilla is your I'm already winning, so I'm going to keep winning. Hey, what can I say? Drowning them in bodies is half the strategy. But yeah, no, it's you can do some shenanigans with the Umbral Choir. I've been wanting to play a multiplayer game with some of the other people on Seth's Discord, just so I can play tree people and not go for a win. The strategy is not to win. The strategy is to make sure that everyone is the best friends forever and there is no conflict. What do you want to do? I want to eliminate war. But why? I want to effectively create, you know, absolute tree friendship. Even, yeah, by force if necessary. Magi Shock. Magi Shock. Yeah, Locust Lifestyle get the Swarm tactic, which they get bonus combat strength by virtue of literally having their people die. Actually, we need to go data, create a filter, because I can actually sort these by delete row. Death is just a transitory state. $10 to Gryffindor if someone ends up knowing what the hell that's a reference to. Fun fact, it's not a very good game, but I've dumped an unreasonable amount of time into it. Yeah, that's kind of the idea with my idea behind Guerrilla is that you're not really supposed to be fighting straight big battles because you want these overwhelming victories really quick. So it's like you employing a few amount of strong units and like ambushing one or two combat units, quickly eliminating them and running, because you're not going to have a larger army in any capacity in the later ages against some of the order factions, because they are just going to outproduce you. Because chaos. So that's kind of the thing with Guerrilla. It's more about ambushing with a few amount of units against even less. No, you read it right. That was kind of one of my issues with Guerrilla, is that you can technically interpret it as I have a bigger army than you, so I'm going to smash you to pieces. But it's kind of, you're not adopting guerrilla tactics that early, honestly, because guerrilla tactics are actually pretty damn expensive at 15. Because remember, you only have 50 points to work with among all of these. Reject my embrace tradition. You can also tell I wrote these pretty fast. Yeah, let's see how big this is already. Word count. Oh, 2050 words. All right. We've officially have more words in this document than my last game together. Oh boy. Oh boy. And then we have, yeah, we actually do have the unique warfare. Magic shock. Yeah, the unique racial modifiers, or that's when things are going to get real complicated. Diplomatic alignment. Oof. Yeah. Done. Diplomacy. Diplomatic. Diplomacy. No, you are right with the first one. Pretty much, if you have an overwhelming numbers on them, you get an advantage. But the idea is that your forces are going to be probably smaller, so it's you ambushing smaller ones. That's the intent. I may rewrite this. This is first draft. Don't worry, everyone. I'm terrible. This was more about getting things on paper more than anything, because there's a lot here. Fun fucking fact. Because we haven't even hit racial creation yet. Fighting in the field, the suicidal combat units gain plus 10 combat strength when fighting an enemy force, half their strength. Yeah, I'm gonna actually... I might change that to something else. Mark that in red, just so I know. Again, this is why this is one of the big things. This is why I like streaming. Because if I stream, I get people like you, and I get people to see things that I don't see. Because I am dumb. I make mistakes. I know it's hard to believe that I, Notepad Anon, make mistakes, but I do. I make a lot of mistakes. It is built on diplomacy of an internal and no worries, brother. Let's see. Of an internal, external nature. How? All caps. How society. We're the Joker now. How society treats citizens and the people around and the civilizations around them. Determine how and when. Various instances of peace and war erupt between various factions. And then we're going to select all of these. Actually, I should post this first. This was actually kind of a pain in the ass to do, fun fact, because there's a lot to work with. So we want to cut it off at federated. add a picture there. Actually,
Friendsgiving's a little different this year. But you can still raise a glass together with Kahlua.
go away, ads. I know that's what Spotify is for, is doing ad stuff, but I do not wish ads. Actually, if we do this, we can keep it. Cut it there. Delete the 7 rows. Add a separate one, just because if you don't, things get very, very hectic. Dramatic alignment. There we go. Here's our diplomatic alignment. We're aligned racial purists. Yes, you do have the option to cleanse the impure and people you do not like, because you are a monster and you have no sense of right or wrong. There we go. Diplomacy. Okay, colonizer. Okay. So 11 pages. We've got civilization done. Mind you, this isn't civilization everything, but a majority of our civilizational quirks. So let's do communist orcs. Lifestyle. How do our communist orcs live? Obviously tribal, because guess what? You know, all hail the communes. So let's see, we're going to have 50 diplomacy, we'll do 40. Mysticism, atheist state, obviously. There is no God, only communism. Authority. Let's see. Now, we can go straight to proletarian for 30, but if we want to be a little bit more efficient with our points, we can probably go for autocratic. Yeah, let's go for autocracy. Don't worry, guys. It's not bad. It's for the people's own good. They need a firm hand to guide them. Let's see. Warfare. How do... actually, probably, if we're going to go... Let's see. If we want commie orcs, what would commie orcs believe in for their warfare doctrine? Probably wave offensive. Spam out cheap warriors and throw at things you don't like. And what's their... what would be their diplomatic way of looking at things? Probably spread the revolution. Chaos Align, they pretty much just want more people to join them. Alright, so that means you have 20 points to spend on the unique features of commie orcs. Yeah, I know. Pretty much with Chaos Aligned, your entire goal is to integrate others forcefully. And you get bonus culture, science, and culture for each population of every chaotic race integrated into their civilization. They spread the revolution, whether you like it or not. So, yeah, here is... Yep, your commie orcs, you get 20 points. So now we get to worry about... So if we scroll up all the way... Fun fact, Google Docs does not appreciate charts very much. 2,527 words. 2,500. All right, cool. So we're going to need lifestyle. mysticism, authority, all our authorities, warfare, diplomacy. So let's just think about these were bonuses and negatives. This is where you can get some free points if you really want some points. So actually what we can do is solitary. We'll make it so, population center size by 1. We're going to give that a -2. And then we're going to have the upgraded version of solitary, which is into individualist. Center size by 3. That does mean you literally cannot be a nomad or tribal. You have to have settlements or city-states because your people just do not like actually working with each other. Crammed. That's by 1. Make that 2. Call it communal. Put that's 5. And what do we else? Oh, for lifestyle. Let's think lifestyle. How do we live? Let's do our agrarians. Industrial. Actually, what I can do is we'll put resource tied 1 through 5. And the cost is increase resource gain by population by 1 to 5, and the cost is going to be 2 to 10. Always feel constrained moving quickly. Let's see. The biome bonus. Increase yields in specific. Increase yield by 1-5. In X biome. We'll call that. It would be, let's do it 2 times. So about another 2 to 10. So what we could do is resource deficient. Decrease resource gain by population by 1 to 5, 2 to 10. This is why I've always said in multiple occasions, your best bet for really crunchy games, one of the benefits of having this is that you have a lot of little things to maneuver on when it comes to things like, little bonuses and such. Because you can say, all right, so looking at this, our lifestyle is, what's our population center size? Okay, here's 4 things already affecting population center sizes. Oh, we gain or lose bonuses based on, our biome or our various resources. All right, cool. We don't gotta. Decrease. We're already kind of learning a little bit more about just itty bitty things. Let's see. Yeah, reclusive enclave. Let's do reclusive. Actually, on improved enclaves. All enclaves gain a +2. +2 to any resource gain. We'll make that just a solid 5. Oh, we can do something like mountain home. All mountains lose negative modifiers. Lose negative modifier. We'll call that 10, and then we'll do something like mountain. Yeah, coastal civilization. Coastal dependent. Cannot invade or inhabit a region that is not connected to a sea region, connected to a sea, or possesses a lake/river. -5. I've got do something like food dependent. Actually, no, we'll tie that more to racial. Oh, luxurious. Increased cost of all fall purchases by 3. By 1 to 5. And we'll get 1 to 5, -1 to 5 points. Get some bonus points back. Why? Because you're literally luxurious and you want to keep going and you always want to get bigger and bigger and bigger shit for no apparent reason. Alright, so here, this is just some basic ones that we can get. This is just for lifestyles. So what I can do is make a new sheet. Leaf steel. And this isn't going to be everything either, because this is going to get split up into 5. This is going to get split up a little bit. I'll probably add some more improvements, add some more problems. Okay, let's go to, since lifestyle's done some mysticism. Okay, so schools of magic. Let's go schools of magic. Nothing's original. The secret is, kids, it was always Todd. Types of magic. Okay, cool. So we'll say School of Magic. Make that a 10 advancement. Actually, what we can do is we can do stacking 5. So it'll be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. To adopt more and more. School of Magic, stacking 5. Kind of magic for its citizens. Favored by chaos, disliked by gain X max favor, lose X max favor. We'll tie that to about a 3 in either direction. Kind of an awkward number, but awkward number is what we do with best. What else do we have with mysticism? Blood of Magic. Champions can use magic regardless of mysticism status. It's going to be 5. Sacrifice. Actually, what we should do is favor gain traits. Do X, get favor. No. So favor gain traits, favor lose. I should say favor lose traits. Do X lose favor. And School Necromantic is going to be in there as well. Favored by Chaos, disliked by Chaos. Actually, a unique magic method. Can trade favor. Can trade X instead of favor for magic. Magic spells and abilities. Rejection. Science. Lose X. The science. Science yield. Use X science yields. But gain culture equal to it. Rejection of faith. Lose X culture yields. But gain science equal to it. So, mysticism. Blah, blah. Yeah, no, Dominions. I actually love Dominions. I played, God, was it 5 way back in the day? I didn't quite know what I was doing, but I enjoyed what I did when I kind of finally got it. It's been forever since I played it. Which, I'm like, yay, let's go do some more Dominion. Like, I think, aren't they making a new Dominions game? No, it's 5. No, it wasn't 5. It had to be 4 then. Yeah, no, I think it was 4. Like, this, I don't remember what this. Yeah, honestly, if you want to use this system that I'm making Slaves to Chaos to run a Dominions game, that's completely okay. That's kind of the point. If it goes on sale this Christmas, I might pick it up. But yeah, no, like a lot of the times with a lot of my games, I try to make them so you can play anything you really want to with them, or like in a specific idea. So if you want to play a Dominions game using this, hell yeah, you can play a Dominions game playing it. Fuck yeah, I encourage it even. Like, if you want to do something like that, Neato Burrito, I'm down for it. I'll see. like Caps was pretty much how do I run a Metal Gear Solid game. Project Tactics was let me play Final Fantasy Tactics on the table, which Final Fantasy Tactics is the best Final Fantasy. If anyone likes to prove me wrong on that, I would take you out back and old yeller your ass because you don't deserve to live. But yeah, no, that's always good. I think see Dominions had so many unique, interesting, weird ideas, and I'm waiting for it. Because apparently, I know Seth. The Zine Talk was he's on his list. I know that. I'm waiting for it. And when it happens, I'll be so happy. The sheer insanity of that video will be amazing. So, authority. Let's see, authority. Actually, what I can probably do is champion buffs more than anything. Champion buffs and end of age, start of age bonuses. Bonuses slash penalties. That'll probably what I'll end up doing there. I'm not going to actually do that all because I literally am going to need to sit down and just type all of these out. It's going to be about a day and a half of me typing. But that's probably what I'll end up doing there. I think that'll work pretty nicely. Warfare, on the other hand, Warfare is going to be pretty simple to do. So, X unit gets bonus. X unit gets penalty. Cannot build X unit. X unit gets penalty bonus. X unit gets penalty. X unit gains. Unique unit. Actually, what I can do, fuck it. Let's do unique units here. And that'll tie into your unique units. Pretty much how I feel. I'm actually not going to have like that extensive of an amount of various units, but it's going to be just like a very basic tech tree, like warrior. Once you get done with your warrior, you immediately go to your, your light infantries, and like your basic cavalry and rangers, and then these all upgrade to your heavy infantry, cavalry, and rangers, and finally you get some like special ones up front. But each of these are kind of the unique paths. So it's like, oh, I'm gonna spec high into infantry, or I'm gonna spec high into cavalry, high in the rangers. Research wise, and what a unique unit's going to be is like, oh, my heavy infantry gains plus 10 combat strength in a defensive situation. That's my unique heavy infantry. Or my warriors gain a heal instantly, heal at the end of every round or something like that. Very very simple buffs to a very small roster, and I think that'll probably be the best method of doing that, just to keep the numbers pretty simple and controlled, because that's going to be the issue with this game at the end of the day. It's keeping the numbers under control, because if you don't keep the numbers under control in any remote capacity, this is when things are going to start get real wonky real fast. Things aren't gonna work anymore. It's not going to be a very Gucci moment anymore. It's going to be a very sad panda moment. So yeah, you're going to get the unique units in the warfare tree. Actually, unique units, penalties, flat bonuses, flat negatives. Actually, flat bonuses, and finally restrictions. Like, hey, our people literally cannot use any sort of you know, our people cannot use cavalry. Oh, we're too big. There's nothing that'll fit us. And finally, diplomacy. I want to keep fairly simple as well. I think the best way to do this is going to be cost reductions, cost increases, consumption rates of yield bonuses, yield penalties, relations bonus, relations penalty, and states of conflict. And what the states of conflict idea is the idea of like, oh, we want to be at peace at all times. If we're going to be at peace, whether we like it or not. It's, you know, it's playing the pacifists in endless space. You know, it's like, yes, I'm going to force peace upon you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Ha ha ha. Or hey, I'm going to, you know, or it's like I'm always going to be at war with you. We're always trading, even if we don't like each other. I'm going to keep trying to trade with you. Which it's like, oh hey, yeah, and then we always have our borders open. We're always getting trade in regardless of our current situation, which can be a good thing. It's like, oh boy, you know, we're always getting money in, or you get problems being like, our traders keep getting mugged. Fuck. What do you mean we're hemorrhaging money? Shiza. What do you mean people are mad? Or it's like, hey, we're always going to be at war with order races, or we're always going to be in a problem. So okay, so here's our oh god, I didn't mean to hit that. Oh noes. Oh noes. Oh no. Fuck it. Warfare, diplomacy. Yeah. To give you an idea of how this is going to be, so currently we are at 11 pages. And word count wise, 2,500. Probably by the time I get done with this, it's going to be 4,000 words. Easy. Because I'm going to have to... Every single resource is going to have to get one of these. Every single biome is going to have to get one of these. Like, it's going to be just a lot of little things all throughout here. And I'm going to come up with new ones as I go along. Force peace, the way I kind of see it, and that's what I've been abusing with Unfallen, to stop the forever war between my faction and their faction for like 5 terms at a time before they immediately declare war on each other again. It's the idea of it's Star Trek. It's the Ferengi. It's rules of acquisition like 43 or something. I can't remember. Yeah, declare peace randomly. It'll confuse the hell out of your enemy. It's literally picture someone going to me like, we're declaring peace now. There's nothing you can do about it. Bye. And be like, but what do you mean, huh? And they're just sending their government into like, what the fuck is going on? did we just are we at peace now? Are we not? Like I think we're at peace. I think we are. It's just I picture it more as this confusing the shit out of the enemy government more than anything. Which I need to do and spam out more force peace off. Pretty much every 5 turns I get to spend 500 influence to make sure the Void Yanni doesn't burn my house to the ground. Even though the Void Yanni cannot field any goddamn ships apparently because they have one system. Everyone press F for the Void Yanni who ate their original system and have one system left. But the United Empire refuses to actually fight them. And they're just like, I'm going to permanently siege you down and do nothing. Alright, so society creation is not done, but enough done. It's just going to be time at this point, so... Then we get the next complicated bit to this nightmare. Oh God, yeah, 28. Okay, so see that's 20. Oh wow, yeah, no, we got numbers. We're over 7,000. So society creation is done. We're gonna do racial creation probably on Wednesday is when I'm gonna do that. And racial creation is gonna follow the same ideas as societal creation, but I think I'm gonna make it a lot simpler. Instead of all the lifestyles, all of this, all of this, all of that, instead of all of these individual things, it's going to be here are your attributes and here are your traits. It's going to be a lot simpler and a lot easier. I would do it tonight if I didn't start streaming a little bit later than I planned on, because I was an asshole and fell asleep. So yeah, Wednesday I will most likely resume this. I will get probably the basics done of all of this. That'll be my goal for Wednesday, to get this done. Catch everyone up on that. Then we're going to move directly onto racial creation, which I have the ideas, I have numbers, I have everything that needs to be there is there. I just need to write it down. Writing it down is the hard part. But yeah, that we'll spend Saturday. We'll spend not Saturday. We'll spend Wednesday doing that, and I think that'll work pretty well. All right, cuckoo choo choo. So thank you actually for stopping by. Now I get to do the incredibly cringy thing of okay. I'm gonna take all. Let's make the coin of service go away. Uh, let's see. Can I cover this up? Yes, I can. There we go. So I'm gonna take the Notepad document and go away. Are we gonna set up the false way of doing things? Yes, we are, and this so I can do multiple takes. So okay, that's been set up. Where is it? Here's what I can do. I'm going to do an image. Actually, no, I can just use the coin of service. Where's the coin of service? In case you're wondering, yes, I do actually have a thing called the coin of service. Anytime someone pays me to write them a game, I just put that up. Let's see. I need to look at the Notepad kin. Where are you? I could go generic clean Notepad, but wherever I go, I must clean. But where are you? Clown Notepad. In case I have like an absurd number of these at this point because I just keep making shitty edits. Let's see. We want to do. Is this the right one? It is. All right. Here's Carlos Notepad. Put him right in the corner. And also, in case you ever wonder where I got radical anarcho monarchy, it's Carlist ideology because I find them incredibly meme worthy. All right, we're gonna put him right there. Slaves to Chaos, probably not the best one to work off of. What's another nice and PG game of mine that I have? Let's see. Nautamons, maybe. Tactics, Tabletop Online, probably not the game called the porn one. God, how many of these do I have at this point? How many Notepad kin do I have? So, okay. There are, I think I have about 78 individual notepad kins in various capacities. Oh, we can't forget about the legally distinct cat girl. Actually, probably about 75 with everything. See, now my original idea, what I actually wanted to do, what da, 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 I can't make a copy of this. That's dumb. Okay, so I want to do an image, and I set it up in a way where I could do it. The idea was, here's the jump one, and that anytime what I wanted to do, and there's no way of actually doing it, which I find completely amusing, is anytime I spoke, this image would play. The one on the actually where's my mouse? This one over here, the jumping one would play. However, there's actually no plugin. There's no anything that allows to change it based on decibels to change a scene in OBS. So I wasn't able to do that, and I've been looking around to do it, but I just cannot find it. So here I'm gonna put Carlos Notepad here. Do I want to look them around? No, no, we're committing to we're committing to it. We're committing to the beret. What's a good one that I can do? What's the most anime game I have to appeal to the Japanese audience? Oh, obviously. I know. Let's do functional. All right, so let's like, yeah, is this effectively a JRPG? Hell yeah, it is. Do I have any sense of right or wrong with it? Absolutely not. And let's wait for this entire thing to load in. There's there's a lot of this game of Tabletop Online. How many words are actually here? 14,000, obviously. Actually, what I should do, how far are we in? So we're at about an hour. Let's do 1 hour and 40, like 4 minutes is where this was. I'm just gonna put a note for myself. Where's the notepad document? Nope. The notepad document go away. All right. So we've set everything up. Actually, here, let me. I gotta get my timer out. Now, the thing is that this audition has to be under 5 minutes, but it can't be too short either. So I need to channel all of my uh all of my ability to get across the fact. So, oh, an item from my wish list is on sale on Steam. da 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 da. Okay, no, bad notepad. Don't get distracted. Okay, so I need stopwatch. Okay, so I've got my stopwatch here. Actually, can I do a timer? Add timer. 4 minutes, and let's do 45 seconds. No, 30 seconds. So I've got 4 minutes and 30 seconds to effectively make a good pitch. Uh, and I'm terrible at these. I deal best when I'm just interacting with people. I do not do well in like formal situations. I never have. But if I can actually just start talking with people, I do exceedingly well. Very odd. But all right, I'll just do a little stretch here. Let's see, how much whiskey do I have left? Okay, there we go. Drink all my whiskey. And the thing is, like, they're actually encouraging you to like adopt a character here. I can actually show everyone the submission form. Actually, no, I'm not going to show everyone this. Actually, give me 1 second. I'm gonna. Let's eliminate all of the pertinent information. Okay. All right. Perfect. don't want to click on anything. But yeah, here's all of the like requirements. The actual guidelines are incredibly simple, which I find to be incredibly amusing because you're going to get people who aren't going to know about it. Like, oh, you have to be a native speaker of English, be able to deliver content continuously for at least a year, be able to deliver content at least 3 times a week, 18 years or older, gender does not matter. Application, call video interviews. So, also, this is where they get the fucking money from, right here, Ichikara, which is incredibly fascinating. And it's also through fucking Google Forms of all goddamn things. So it's like, okay, I'm down, let's do it. Okay, so all right, we've got this set up. All right, phone, hello phone. All right, no music in the background because I don't want to get claimed. All right, so 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Auditions and I write games for fun. So what are we working on today? Today we're going to be working on how I got transported to another world that's actually a fictional MMO with a video game mechanics and a fantasy setting, but it's also a tabletop game played with dice, a few players, and a game master. Or Tabletop Online. Now, Tabletop Online is perhaps one of my largest projects I've ever had the pleasure/displeasure of creating because it is a very large and terrifying entity, coming in at a grand total of 14,000 words and 77 pages. This is a game about trying to emulate the classic isekai genre. And from here, if we go down, what are we actually working on today? Today we're going to be cleaning up some things. And as we go through, we do realize that the game is actually a fairly simple 2d6 system. And as we go through, go away attributes, everything's fixed, everything is fine. Our basic classes are warrior, tank, rogue, wizard, and healer, with our basic attributes of strength, vitality, dexterity, education, mind, and willpower. However, this game is not simple. This game is actually incredibly complex in all the wrong places, mostly because you have isekai classes. Now, the isekai classes are your fantastic classes, the classes that go and beyond and try to emulate popular Japanese fiction, including the salaryman, the NEET, the otome, the monster, the handyman, and how can we forget the yakuza? Why do we have to deal with the yakuza? Because it's the yakuza. So, if we scroll down a little bit, we get to see all our various parts of each class. And what we're going to be doing here today is we're going to be fixing up some pieces of, scroll up a little bit, we're going to be fixing some pieces of the isekai classes, including most notably the salaryman. Now, every single class, if we scroll up quite a bit, in fact, is broken up into archetypes, main class attributes, the class skills, and the class ability. We also have every single class has a number of talents associated with it. Now, the talents really separate you from everyone else and lets you do some more abilities, lets you do some more actions, and generally makes you the cool guy who does cool things for cool reasons. Now, notably up here, you see things are pretty solid, things are pretty good. However, if we go all the way down to our various isekai classes, you notice things are a little bit less good. And the main reason for this is just because these kind of got put into the background over time. Now, what I want to do is I want to end up fixing every single one of these. And over time, we are going to be fixing them. So, for example, let's take a look right here. I got stabbed, shot, run over, various other disasters, has toughened their body, they gain +1 to vitality. So instead, what I want to do is I want to actually change that to +10 HP. The main reason to that so that you don't spiral out of control with all the various numbers, because numbers are bad. According to my accounting, Salaryman knows money and knows it well. Selling loot is considered it to be 1 level higher. Okay, I like it. This works. I like it when things work. It rarely does. So give me 1 second. I'm going to take myself a drink. I'm drinking whiskey tonight, actually. Most notably tea and whiskey, because I'm an alcoholic. Delicious. So let's see, I lifted weight +1 strength, so that's all right with me. Graduated from university, +1 education. All right, so this is what we'd be doing here. We're going to be fixing this up, talking with people, and generally making a good impression on everyone. So I'm going to hit this button right here. All right, so that was that really shitty introduction. Not exactly the most pulse-pounding experience in the world, but yes, hello, I am an alcoholic. Hey, they want a character. That's the thing. That's the bizarre thing about these, is that they don't want like a normal human being. They want like characters. And that's the part that always kind of throws me for a loop. Here, Notepad man, go away. Let's see, actually. I went down the rabbit hole with these guys because I wanted to know everything about this company. Technically, yeah, because you get some things like yeah, just to give you an idea of how many of these fucking things there are. Like Jesus Christmas Christ, there's so many. Let's do so. This is their most popular one, Skinio Mito. Uh, Here's also Glard. So this is their most popular person. Spoken 16-year high school class president. She's a member and currently most popular Sanji Drew, JK Gumi high school girl gang. She is quite literally just a high school student. This is her personality. This is just everything about her. Now we also have Glarzin the Third, who is, let's see, yeah, no, here's also apparently a fucking vampire. The vampire king of reality, because this is a thing that exists. Yeah, he's a elf, I guess. Where's the other one I found today that where I was going to go to jail? Oh God, is that the Joker? Where is it? Where are you? You were around here. I was going to go to jail because you exist. Yes, Emma August. That's it. It's the Joker. It's the Joker. Oh Jesus. Yeah, the legal lolly demon king. Yeah, no, this is just a character that someone's like made, and that's the character that you have to play, because you have to go up to like 11, because like this is like the extent of like, hello, I am anime girl. I am very basic. And then you have like, I am the lolly king. Like it's like, Nani? What? What the fuck? And they all just do the same thing. Like that's the key thing that I never quite got about VTubers until I started really looking at these. They all do the exact same goddamn thing. Yes, 9,000. The 9,000-year-old demon lolly. Don't worry, officer, she's legal. You can't bring me to jail. I'm not going down without a fight, officer. According to my anime, she's fine. Yeah, but it's like, okay, here's the extent of like normal high school girl, demon lord of chaos. Like that's the extent of things. So like, and I know there was who are you? Where are you? Yes, there we go. Is this the battered housewife fucking virtual YouTuber? Yes. Yes. What? Like, why does this exist? Why? God, what was yeah, and let's see, NTR VTuber. What is your name? Ah, yes. Agni Katrina, I believe. No. Oh, this is just a fantasy girl, apparently. Yeah, she's just let's see. Yeah, no, just like, yes, I am an alchemist of the Helestia kingdom. Obviously, this is completely normal. And I am like everything is fine. Da 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 da. Like it's like, what? Huh? Why does this exist? Yeah, no, I get like just morbidly curious about these things. And I'm not one of the guys who have like spent money on these things before, but it just fascinates me. Yes, you did, Batata. You didn't miss my like 4 minute and 30-second introduction video where I go over Table Talk Online. Now I'm just going over VTubers because I've lost all control of my life. Yeah, it's not exactly the most engaging thing in the world. I'm going to have to go back and clip it. I actually put a note of when it was. I'll just clip it myself because I'm going to have to upload it to YouTube, but it's going to be short enough that I can probably upload it tonight, get it uploaded because I have 5 hours exactly to get everything submitted. So yeah, go me. But where is but yeah, so like slightly alcoholic dad man with notepad head VTuber, I don't think anyone's going to complain. I honestly believe absolutely no one's going to be like, "Wow, this is really weird. This makes no sense being this." Like, what about the elf? What about the NTR fucking one? What about the battered housewife VTuber? What you think man who looks at tabletop games and talks about radical anarcho monarchism with syndicalist Mormon values is the weird one? Good God, your priorities are fucked. And then we have Hololive, which I went over this earlier today, but I just want to give you guys less like the of how much money is in these things. So let's see. Tell me, yeah, Hololive. You think like, oh wow, Hololive's really big. Not really. Hololive guys actually have like no fucking money. Let's see what are. Yay, look, everyone, they're happy. So, if it's, where are you? Come on, give me company profile. That's what I want to see. Give me the company profile. And then we go to Nijanchi. So, where's the valuation? Yeah, Capital, CoverCo Ltd, yen to USD. I actually looked this up earlier. So Hololive makes their money off capital investment. They're worth about $4 million, which is nothing, mind you. $4 million in a startup is fucking nothing. Now you get some weird thing when you get to Nijanzi because they're managed by Ichikara Incorporated. Now Ichikara is a completely different thing. Now we're gonna go to eat. Yeah. Now if we scroll all the way to, if we go to about, we go to service. Yeah, they also have all of these things, which so these are all the VTubers. These are the overseas VTubers. This is the saddest thing I've ever seen. This is an idol group that isn't an idol group. Value. That's what I want to see. So these guys, Riku Tazumi here, who looks like the human troll face, yen to USD. They are worth 25 million USD. $25 million. like just one company to the next. Like these guys make like nothing compared to like this kid. And he's under 30 too. He's only in his like early 20s. Like he's a really young kid. And these guys made bank. Bank. So yeah, no, I've always been fascinated in the money behind these things. I always want to know like where it's coming from, and it's like actual like capital investment firms, which always kind of boggle my noggin. So yeah, so I'm gonna call it a stream there. I'm gonna clip everything, get everything uploaded. But overall, hope you all had some fun. Hope we all chatted with the lads, hung out, and did some fun things. You get to watch me fuck up again. Uh, if I don't become a VTuber, much sad, very not very happy. It's not like I'm not going to stop doing what I do. If I do become a VTuber, I'm going to sell out immediately and forget all of you. Uh, just make all the money and invest it all back into alcoholic products. Don't worry, everyone. It's going to be a sellout. It's going to be great. But Godspeed, good luck. I'll catch you all on Wednesday, where today we're going to be working on racial creation. So